Hello, everybody. This is B Plus All Things Window Film here with a very special guest, Rick Tallman of Window
I'm
Film
special.
Revolution. How you doing, Rick?
I'm doing good, Bob. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Even better now that you're here on the show. Man, I've been wanting to talk to you for a while.
Dang, you ain't got much to talk about then.
Yeah, tell me, what got you in the film business, man? Way back when?
I seen somebody that sucked at it, and I figured I could at least start off at their level. And they were getting paid, so I started off not knowing what I was doing and figured it out by winging it.
Yeah, it's where a lot of us start, right? Just get in and doing it. Yeah.
That's exactly it. It was, yeah, I used to be an auto detailer.
Uh-huh.
And so as a detailer, I was going from, I was a mobile detailer. And, I went and visited a tent shop and said, hey, this might be a good place to do detailing. And I got to watching the guy. And I said, man, I mean, he was making better money than me faster, not doing near the, like, I'm sorry, I wouldn't have paid him to tent my own vehicle.
Uh,
But people were still paying him. So I was like, well, hey, there we go. I bought $1,000 worth of film and, like back in like 99 and just didn't look back. Cussed a lot
y-
on the way.
yep, yep. So it's funny, yeah. You were in the detail business and added window film. That's happening a lot. And then
Hmm.
you're also finding some dealers are in the tinning business trying to branch out and add services that they're doing.
Well, I mean, a lot of things they just fit together.
Yes.
And these days, a lot of people feel like, they should expand their portfolio of services. I get it. I mean, I'm just a one trick pony. I'm damn good at tinning.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't detail anymore, right?
No, no, no. That's for the birds.
Yeah, yeah. And like you said, we make it look easy. I remember doing a job at the San Francisco airport in one of the terminals, and the dealer that sold the job had me come along and show him the sample right in front of him. So I installed two or three pieces as a mock-up, and they said, "Well, shit, that looks easy. Let me do it ourselves." So they ended up, trying it, and they called
Yeah.
back, and we ended up doing the project. But so you thought it looked easy for him, but yeah,
Oh no, I never thought it looked easy. I just knew I could do at least what he was already doing. No, it looked like a pain in the butt,
yeah,
but it didn't take me near it. Like he was getting these cars tinted faster than I could do a full detail and making more money.
yeah,
That was my first interest in it, and then I was like, once I achieved his level of quality, then I started worrying about the quality and making it, more detailed.
yeah, yeah.
So.
And that's where the specialty comes in. A lot of guys are doing extra things. I'm a two-stage guy. A lot of guys are taking door panels apart. Rick, do you take door panels apart?
um
Sweeps out?
Well, I just give you my history. When I first started tinning, I started top loading like the majority of us, and I met a guy in South Georgia, in a town I used to live in. Also happens to be the town Chris Brooks is from. And I met this guy, and he was pulling door panels, tinting the windows, putting everything back together faster than I could without doing any of that. And when I say faster, he was faster than me. And the work was coming out flawless. So, sure enough, I started pulling door panels. And I did that for about 8 years. And I wound up going to a big tent competition in Tampa, Florida. I forget what year it was, but they no longer let you pull door panels, and I was a little not happy about that. So I was like, okay, well, I learned a different method. So now I bottom load without pulling anything on the majority of all the vehicles I do. And when I say bottom load, I mean I'm not pulling anything. I just drop the film in the bottom and squeegee, 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 and go to the next one.
I've seen that where guys they're not necessarily even pulling sweeps; they're just kind of tucking it in the bottom. Uh,
Yeah.
and I've always been afraid to go too far and pick up dirt when I bring it back in position. You know.
It's really the prep is really no different than I would prep for top loading.
Uh huh.
It just you just have to try it one of these days.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of them old dogs that don't want to learn new tricks, I get it. But it's listen, I'm not gonna lie, it's like learning window tinting again, except you know a few pointers.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right. Well, and I'm also scared of breaking all the buttons and all the different clips and stuff like that. I mean,
yeah,
we really pride ourselves in not getting the creases in the side and really washing the edges. I mean, we do take time, but we
right.
try to do it in a way of not taking cars apart personally. Okay, I know that.
I don't pull things apart neither unless I absolutely feel like it's like I have to, or I do have experience pulling panels. If it's literally easier for me to pull the panel and do it, I'll go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But it's rare you're going to see me pull a door panel. Last time I pulled a door panel, I dropped one of my hard cards in the door, and that's the only reason I pulled the panel because I wanted my card.
Yeah, you got to keep your gold card. Hey, you know
Yeah.
what? The shit slinging's starting already. Carlos says you might be good, but are you really good enough? I just had a comment down here. I suppose he's talking about the Tenor Battles 2021 coming up in Houston. I
Well,
hear
I mean,
I heard an announcement today.
okay, okay.
I heard you've been tagged in to take Haas's place in the
Well, I mean,
competition.
when the shit gets deep, they got to get somebody with the boots on, and that's me.
I like it. Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They can all talk smack. They're all nervous.
Yeah.
Dean already called me at 3 o'clock last night. He told me about this horrible dream he had. He said, "Brother, I feel so horrible. I dreamed that me and my partner beat you and your partner, David Carl, over at the competition." And he said he just wanted to call and apologize to me. I said, Dean, I really respect you and appreciate you for that. And hopefully the other people will, if they dream that they can beat us, they'll wake up and call me just like you did.
Yeah. And then you're gonna bring down the SmackDown. You're gonna throw him the nightmare in there, huh?
I guess. I mean, it's not a nightmare for me. It's a dream world.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So who's Dean's partner? Dangerous Dave Dellinger, right?
Hey, I love Dave.
Yep.
I love him. I hated to admit what Dean did, but I love Dave. Dave's awesome. If they win, it's going to be because Dave pulls them through.
I've heard a few people say that. Oh my gosh. Everybody's taking the lead in their team, right? Did I hear that there was a little bit of back and forth on one of the teams? Was that Sean and Badass Billy Ellis? They were going at it for a little bit, and
Man,
everybody's getting riled up.
did you
Everybody's.
ever watch the UFC back in the day?
I
Like
did.
not today, but I mean back in the day, like when you had Ken Shamrock, people like Tank Abbott and stuff, right? You remember that?
Yes.
Well, listen, I'm going to paraphrase Tank Abbott. They called me to replace somebody because I'm like the Tank Abbott. I'm always ready to rock. Like I ain't gonna talk all this WWE SmackDown stuff. Well, I might if I get used to it, but I'm just here to whoop ass, and that's what we're gonna do. Me and David, the North Carolina boy, we're gonna tear some ass out the frame down in Texas. And I don't know about all y'all's exes being different sexes, but we ain't from Texas. But I do like Texas.
Boom. Boom. Yeah. On Jason's show, he had Dean last week, and boy, it got thick there too. Yeah, this is going to be a great time. Um, I'm really looking forward to it. Going down there and working with Eric and just being a part of it. Yeah. So
Eric DeVash, yeah, it's going to be a lot of cool guys in the industry that are going to be there, and let's ultimately remember, amongst all the trash talking and stuff like that, this is for one of our fellow, peers in the industry, first and foremost. It takes a lot to make things like this happen, and I'm just happy for that opportunity to help somebody in our industry that truly needs it, and I'm glad to be a part of that.
Yeah, my heart's touched too. The industry has so long, not gotten along, and that's what I'm really liking about these platforms where people come together. Whether it's trash talk, and we're learning. Carlos is really leading this revolution, if you will. That is, you know, now the tenors are coming together. Trash talk, but we're buddies. We're not arguing. We're not hating each other. And he's also bringing a spotlight to situations like Donnie. And he's bringing people together that way. And this is a revolution in a sense that's going on. I just like to be part of it myself. Yeah. We got
Myself
some,
included.
huh?
I said, me too. Yeah, Donnie. It's he worked down there with Chuck Cochran, and I love Chuck Cochran and his family. And come to find out, I was on Facebook, looking at one of my friend's posts. Now I haven't talked with his friend in a long time, but she made a post, and Donnie liked it. I'm like, how in the hell does Donnie know this person? And come to find out, I believe they went to church together. I haven't spoke with Donnie yet, but like this person, was like a part of a family that was hugely impactful for me at a young age. I went to church with these people, and they were very positive and instrumental in a lot of in life in general. You know how I compare things now. It's kind of like your first kiss that you compare all your other kisses to. All those early memories from childhood,
Yeah.
they make an impact for the rest of your life, and so this person that's friends with Donnie's, their family made an impact on me for my whole life.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty awesome. So I know he's hanging out with some good people. And
Yeah.
so just knowing who he associates with, tells me what kind of person he is, and he's got to be an awesome guy.
Yeah. I can't wait to meet him either. I don't know if he's coming down to Houston for the tenor battles or not. I'd love to find out. Love to meet him. Um,
Well, if he's in Texas, maybe we'll go hunt him down and bring his ass.
yeah. Now, is that where he works? Is in Texas? I thought
He's
it
in,
was.
yeah, yes, he's in Texas now. He lived in Georgia and moved to Texas,
Okay. All
which
right.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's good. He might not get away with it then. Somebody will pick him up. Yeah. Yeah.
somebody's gonna pick him up.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see the industry pulling together and doing things. We've got the Tint Whiz card started as a trade up, and I believe now it's up to the um, the steamer. Okay, and we've got other events out there. There's T-shirts coming out. I saw that announced. These are exciting things. I know that I'm proud of being a part of a big a big giveaway that I'm. I might just leak some of it out tonight, but man, Coolview's stepping up. They're really going to help out as well.
Sweet.
This is it's a way that we can come together and give back to an industry that through Donnie, the whole industry gets healed because a lot of us out there aren't these big shops with insurance, and we have other struggles, and maybe we were working car to car or paycheck to paycheck, if you will. And there's a lot of bills that mount up, a lot of bills, and so
What was? Go
uh,
ahead. Go ahead.
no,
I was just gonna say, from my perspective, what was missing from this industry that is not missing anymore, and this is what you're seeing. What was missing was the human element.
yes,
Not and what I mean by that is instead of seeing each other as competitors or the guy or just the guy down the street that I got to deal with hearing phone calls and he's cheaper than me, you know, people like Donnie Dixon, bring out the human element in each of us, the good side of the human element, because obviously there's bad, but it brings out the side of us that makes us feel like family. It makes us want to come together, want to do good things for each other. We all have these walls up in life, whether it's our personal relationships or business or whatever. We all have walls up, and nobody's going to get anywhere with walls up. So uh, things like this have allowed us to bring down our walls, help to learn to understand each other, and we all have a lot of the same problems. So we're in this boat together. Sometimes it's easy for us to say, hey, you got a different boat, whatever, I don't know, but we're seeing the human element come out in each of us.
Yeah.
And I love that. That is the revolution. The human element, opposite of the asshole human element,
Yeah.
the good human element.
Yeah. You tied it into the revolution. When you started your forum, Window Film Revolution, I know that with B plus, I had a few different names that I was contemplating because I knew what I wanted to do. Not from a fat old man's perspective to teach, but I wanted to go through people like you and other tinners to maybe draw out of you some nuggets that other window tinners could learn from. What was your cause or your why behind starting Window Film Revolution, and when did it start, and what's the overall messaging? Is it just a forum? What is it? Because it's absolutely blowed up. I mean, it's huge.
It is simple. Window Film Revolution is it's essentially an atmosphere. It's a good atmosphere where we can just come together and the quote unquote revolution that was in my mind when I came up with the name was, hey, social media is about to change a lot of things, and a lot of those things that it's changing for the better
Yes.
is in. Listen, I know you distribute film, I know other people do, but it puts more power into the actual installer's hands. It puts more power, into the common Joe that tints windows at a shop. It puts more power into that person's hands. And me personally, I think that there's two sides of a coin. I think the manufacturers, on one hand, have done extremely well supporting our industry, and I don't fault them. I think they're great for that, but I think a missing element has been us,
Yeah.
just us actual installers. So the revolution is quite simply us having a bigger voice and doing our own thing instead of manufacturers or people that aren't even involved in the industry directing what we're doing. We are going to direct what we're going to do, and that's the way I see it. Like, we should have the wheel.
Yeah.
Nobody else should be in control of our destiny except for us. That's what Window Film Revolution is about. And a lot of people talk about doing stuff. It takes years, and we're in the process of that. But have no doubt, you have not seen the full revolution yet.
Right. Awesome. It's kind of a grassroots level, where everybody's coming together, and it's getting a voice of its own. Whether it's a place where people put on, hey, what do you do with this issue or that issue, and people come together, or it's about, they ask business questions and so on. I mean, it's very well rounded and very well run. I like the fact that when there's some negativity, you almost let it run a little bit. Okay, and I'm seeing that people are policing themselves. That's what I'm noticing.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants the bashers, the haters, and all that negativity. But you know what? In the window film revolution, people are policing themselves. It's not so much that you're stepping in and ruling it from there. To me, that's healthy. There's a lot of engagement on the
Well,
platform.
and there's not just one person, that runs the group or guides the group or directs the group or anything like that. As far as moderating and making sure there's no riffraff, we have a team of awesome individuals that are, not only devoted to WFR but devoted to this industry. every step that we take, we want it to be a positive step for our industry, and that's with or without the WFR nameplate. We won't listen. In the past, you just did not see window film manufacturers coming together
Yes.
to do something,
Yes.
anything. I mean, it was cutthroat for them, just like it was, for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's something huge. I mean, you've got some large film brands, you know, I'm not going to say working with, but coming together with, other brands, and there's none of this, animosity like we had in the past. I think our entire culture is just elevating.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh, sorry about that. I hope I'm still on there.
Hello? Hello?
Am I here?
Yeah. I'm
Oh
here.
no,
You
no,
there? You're
no,
there.
I just got a call and it was Ralph. I was like, uh-oh. So hopefully Ralph can get on here and find this if somebody can tag him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's awesome because you're right. They are coming together. Man, you do a lot of giveaways of all brands, and that's healthy. That's amazing. I like seeing it. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the goal was, if we can give something, one of the strengths that we have as installers and shop owners, one of the strengths we have is uniting together.
Hmm.
And when we unite together, it's a lot easier for us to, communicate with manufacturers like Coolview. It's we have a very open line of communication, and this is one of the ways. And it's not just Coolview; it's several others as well. Some companies that would have never opened up to social media in the past, that they're coming out of their shell and saying, "Hey, if we don't come out of social media, we're going to get left behind." And so social media, you got to be here. I mean, it's the name of the game in this day and age.
Yeah, it's a level playing field. Yeah. Hey, we just had a question, and this is from Casey. Do you have any advice for somebody new to the?
New to the industry, yes, I do. Keep connected to places like WFR, places like here, Tent Dude, anything industry related. Stay connected to it. Ralph Van Pelt, there's YouTube. Type in and Google search places to learn. That is your best advice. Um, One of the easiest things to do, which isn't easy, is actually learning how to tint windows. If you're going to be a shop owner, you're actually going to need to learn stuff that I think is way harder to learn than tinting windows, and that's business things to do on your business side. But the first things first, if you're not tinting windows that great, don't even think about the business side because you're not going to make it to that. Be great at the window tinting spot thing first, and go from there. Do not, don't come in trying to do 6 or 7 different things. Don't come in with no experience trying to do PPF, wrap, tint, because then you'll just be half-assed at a bunch of stuff for
That's
several
right.
years. You'll get good, but you're going to be half-assed for a while.
That learning curve is slowed down
Yeah.
by distraction. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Focus
know,
on one thing at a time. Learn tent first, then learn something else because tent's going to be one of your hardest ones.
yeah. Yeah.
But I think PPF's harder.
You do?
Yeah, I hate PPF.
I've done it. I've done it. And I was the magic in the shop for the while, and we only had one bay, and so it was tying my bay up, and now I'm stuck in the bay, and I wasn't, like you said, a business owner. Yeah.
Right.
So we let it go at the time. We're hoping to bring it back in the future, but right now I prefer window film. Because
Yeah.
where I branch out is more into flat as well. Okay, I'm just looking for all things window film.
Right.
That's
Right.
what I do. Yeah, you know,
Listen, so you need to make like let's say if you're new to the industry and you're wanting to get into flat glass, hey, get with people that speaks the language. There's Flat Glass Group.
window
Jeremy
film pros.
Shapiro with Quick Draw Tools, he can help you get in. I mean, listen, flat glass can be learned, relatively quickly. Well, really quick compared to automotive. Um, I mean, you can get in doing flat glass and start making money pretty quickly, but there's more investment in flat glass.
Flat glass is a different industry, you know?
Completely different, yes.
Yes, it really is. And, the more I delve into it, the more I'm growing personally because, you got to deal with a whole lot of different people, from
Yeah,
architects and Mrs. Jones in her house and so on. So, yeah, it's different. But
yeah.
there's the potential for a lot more footage.
On
So,
on the flat glass side,
mhm.
I'll be honest, unless I'm just doing work right here in my area, anything bigger than that, I'm just happy to either not do it or be an installer for somebody else doing it. I've learned with the flat glass side of our industry, um, you got to be connected in a lot more ways than you do automotive. A lot more ways, and there's a few things going on behind the scenes. Let's just say you've got to invest to get into the flat glass side, and it's a good idea to network with the right people.
Yeah, networking, that's for sure. You bet. And it's how you treat your customers, It's how you treat your customers. How do you get them to call back? How do you make them comfortable and how do they embrace you? I mean, to me, the connectivity with the customers is huge. You know, yeah, that's the way I feel. I love it. Decorative is really big right now. Decorative film. I tell you, and in keeping decorative film profitable, it's not necessarily always just going out and buying the printed films. Oh, it's doing what you can do with your white mats and your crystals and your fogs. So it's being creative, giving the customer an affordable solution. And, the days of whole building solar control are kind of slowed down, but whole building decorative film jobs still exist all over, you know?
Yeah.
And
So listen, let me ask you something. First off, how did you get into the business? How long have you been in the business? And are you the one that they're calling the Rusty Squeegee?
yes, I guess that's what they're calling me. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been tinning since '81. And I needed money, and my landlord offered me a job, or should I say, said, "Go to work or get out." Okay, and I've been tinting windows ever since. And that was security film. Okay, so I've been doing security film. I'd say my first 10 years in the industry. Never even touched solar control.
okay.
Then started branching out into solar control, and then automotive in 2000. Yeah.
Wait. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this straight. You started doing security film in '81.
Yep.
Now listen, '81 was a whole different dynamic than today. Who were you doing security film for at the time, and who was making security film in '81?
Armor Coat.
Okay.
I was working for a company called Armor Coat of Southern California, privately owned company, and yeah, we were doing a shit ton of it in L.A. That was
What on what on what?
well, there were a lot of
Was it
people.
earthquake related?
Well, sure, because when your buildings twist, glass
Yeah,
flies out across rooms, and I mean it's real dangerous. And
gotcha.
glass free fall, annealed glass free fall from 3 stories and above can stick into cement. Okay, so
Yeah, it'll cut you in half.
yeah, so daylight application was the thing for earthquake safety, but there was a lot of rich people in LA too, so we were doing movie stars' houses and back then we didn't anchor. We were selling it as a security film as well, but
Right.
crime was different then. They make one attack on the glass
They
and
leave.
they leave. Okay, they make noise,
Yeah,
they leave.
they're
But
persistent now.
yeah, they sure are. There's teams of people trying to break in. Your solution in security film needs to withstand a lot. Okay, because
Yeah,
they're there and the police don't even come most of the time or a lot of the time.
yeah, yeah.
So they have time to just sit there and beat right through it. You know that.
All right, so you laid security film for 10 years, approximately. Then what did you get into then?
Well, then solar control was available to me, and I was a hired gun. Anybody that hired us. Yeah.
And that was the flat glass solar control part.
Yep. Yep.
So you're
Houses.
a flat glass guy.
That's my roots. Yep.
Okay.
That's my
Okay.
roots. Yeah. And
Awesome.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm not wearing a hat, but if I was, I would tip it to you for your time in this industry. And in my book, you're a pioneer.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It was it's been a good ride. The business has been good to me, and it feels good to be part of it now in this way where I can give back through other people that are wise like you, so people can hear how you're doing it, and what your advice is, where you got your knocks. So that's what I just know enough to try to ask these questions, okay?
Right.
Because I don't have all the answers. Let people that are new into the industry learn from you. And you've been doing a good job interviewing me there. Keep going.
Okay. Okay. Well, are you in this competition that we're going to do?
Pardon me?
Are you in this competition that we're going to do?
Oh, I'm there. Yes, I am. I'm going to be a commentator. Yep.
Oh, you're commentating.
Yep. With Eric DeVosh, Tint Wiz. We're going to be there
Well,
play by play. Play by play.
I'm glad you're only commentating because I would feel bad whooping your ass.
Oh, my hat's off to you, my friend. Okay. It's funny that, the shit starts slinging, and all I'd have to do is walk over with Mike Burke, and we take a look at your window and just see one beard hair about that dang long, underneath the film, and I'd say, well, that was easy. Does it ever get in your way? Do you ever get any hairs
No,
in the
no.
film?
If anything, I use it. It helps me prep the windows like a scrubby.
Yeah.
I've only ever had, I think, one or two beard hairs actually get into anything,
Yeah.
and they're so damn big. I mean, you got a 12-inch hair. It's not hard to pull that thing out. It's easy. I think it's happened once or twice, and that's it. And either one or two times it was an easy fix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
So
I tell you what, there ain't nobody out there that's going to call me out. The rusty squeegee will dust the rust off and put the hurts right down. He'll put the smack. I tell you, especially
hey,
Carlos. I've already told him, take it easy now.
hey, Carlos, I got a message for you from the Rusty Squeegee.
Oh, here we go.
You want to get to messing with this? I'm the Rusty Squeegee, and I'll give you tetanus. What's that? What's that tetanus you can get from rust, like a rusty nail?
Okay, yeah, yeah. You'll need a tetanus shot anyway.
You'll need a tetanus shot after dealing with you.
You dang right, man. I'll jump in there. Any techniques available too. I heard the rules are any technique. Just they're judging the final product, and so all two stage all day long.
Yeah, yeah.
These guys take
I'm
cars.
cool with it.
Yeah, I like it. The neat thing is people can see all the different techniques. It's another teaching event. That way.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you're going up with David Carley, the wizard, and now I know David is a badass tinner. And so you two are going to go out there and ruffle some feathers in Texas. All right? Who do you know? Do you know anything about how they're going to pick the first team? Who you're going to, get in there right away and beat the first team? Who would you like to go against?
I don't know anything other than they called me and said, you want to whoop some ass in Texas? I said, hell yeah. I don't
Bring
know.
it.
Listen, I don't need to know the form and fashion of how the foot is going to hit that ass. I just need to know it's going to get there. I don't need to know what all the terms and conditions are. I know the end result is going to be the North Carolina Georgia connection boys spanking some ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what redneck Red Bull is?
Monster.
No, it's sweet tea. That's Redneck Red Bull.
Okay.
We've been drinking sweet tea for years and getting plenty of energy. Woo! Kind of like cornbread and buttermilk, son.
Yeah. You gonna bring you some, huh?
I'm gonna bring some.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. So gosh, I don't know what where to go from here. You kind of caught me off guard with that challenge on the rusty squeegee. Yeah, you kind of caught me off guard there.
What? Do you have your tetanus shot?
Oh, I've had mine. I've had
Oh,
mine, and you know what? I've been in the bay recently too, because I know what's happening. There ain't gonna be much rust if I get called out. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Listen, I like you just for you. I'm gonna bring a can of WD-40 for
I've
you.
seen them. Yep, I've seen them.
Just for
Everybody's
you.
gonna have them. Yeah.
Lube them old ass joints up and let's get going.
All right, I'll get in there. Sunday's an opportunity for me because they're going to have the tinner battles on Saturday. Sunday, they're going to all get in and tin a bunch of cars and donate that money, and that's going to be awesome. Yeah,
Sweet.
I'll get in there then.
That's gonna be badass. I'm glad old Burt's gonna be there for that too.
Is he?
Listen, that guy can talk shit with the best of them.
Yep.
Seriously, I like him. He's all right.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, Mike. And I like what he stands for. Like you, he just wants to give back to the industry. You know, I've seen
Yeah.
him on Eric's podcast, and sure, he can talk, but I tell you what, I believe in my heart that he's talking from his heart on what he wants to put into these people. You know,
Yep.
sure, it feeds his business back, but you know what? He's pouring out all you can take, all you can
Mm-hmm.
receive. And that transcends any brand, you know. So my hat's off to you, Mike. Good job. We appreciate you. That's for sure. Mm-hmm.
He said,
So
mm-hmm.
Delaware Death Squad, Cody and Jared, coming from the East Coast as well, huh?
The Delaware Death Squad.
Yep, yep. Cody and Jared, they're gonna bring a can of whoop ass down there as well.
Oh, no. They mean the Delaware DOA squad.
Oh,
Delaware dead on arrival. You show up, you already lost.
oh.
You gonna take that long ass road trip for nothing. My boy Rusty said he'd take you on.
No doubt. Bring it. Yeah, yeah. So I would like to mention Tintertainment, Window Film Revolution, um, Tint Dude 3, Jason's podcast is on tonight, right after this, 8 o'clock. Yep, yep.
What's up, Jason?
Hey, Jason, shout out to you, buddy. You did a good job last week. Yep. So, I don't know. Where should we go from here?
Carlos, ain't nobody on here talking no smack.
Yeah, I'm not catching any shit. Oh, look at this. Yeah, I'm not seeing Carlos talking, but
Uh-oh.
I bet they're having fun. So let's cover the dates for the Houston event. That's June 12th and 13th. That the weekend that Tinter battles 2021. That's the weekend after, I believe.
No, that's it's the same weekend. The week of the Orlando competition is like that Monday and Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
And so like I only know this because I'm going to both of them.
Yep.
I'm gonna get a rental car and drive from Georgia to Orlando, and then after that's over, drive from Orlando out to Houston to see y'all, and that's all in 1 week. I'm taking 1 week off for that.
Are you? Yeah, going to both. Yeah, me too. It's going to
Yeah.
be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Like, hey, if somebody wants to get on the road trip, hey, I'm going from Georgia to Orlando to Houston. Somebody wants to hop in.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Hey, we can stop in, maybe see a shop or two on the way.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. I wanted to take this opportunity while I got you here, Rick, to mention that. Just talk a little bit about Donnie and what the industry's doing. I wanted to. I'm just busting at the seams, y'all. We've got a big giveaway. It's going to be a raffle style giveaway, and this raffle you're not going to want to miss it. Angie's going to be sending out all the links for it. Um, Cool Views donated an awesome trip where we're going to be basically a day in the bay with a very big window tinting company opportunity. And I'll give you a little hint. TNT Tinting Specialists is the company. Tommy Silva has been gracious enough to offer his crew. I mean, they do a bang up job out there. Have you ever been to a
Hell
shop?
yeah.
I mean,
I have not, but I've heard great things about him. My shop used to be named TNT Window Tinting, so I try to look and find the other TNTs out there, and he's representing TNT very well.
I'd say so. I'd say so. He's in the top 10 dealers in the nation. I've seen
Yeah.
that in Window Film magazine. They do 8 to 10 cars at a time in there. Their shop is amazing. I've been there personally. The showroom is actually part of the shop. There's not a big wall that separates. It's a half wall. It's really inviting. Anyway, so the announcement we've got coming out is a day in the bay with Tommy Silva. Day in the bay, and so
Now, is this going to be in Hawaii? You might have just said it already. I might have missed. Where's this going to be? Because he's in Hawaii.
he's in Hawaii.
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, what are we going to do about that?
Where's the bay that we gonna spend the day in, or y'all? I done got lost, honestly.
That's right. That's what the big giveaway is going to be. It's going to be a
Sweet.
trip to Hawaii, Rick. Yeah. Can you
That's
believe this?
badass.
Yes. Now I can't give all the details away. This is stacked trip. Okay, I mean amazing stuff. And so what we're doing, Cool Views offered this up. We have a raffle platform already in place. You'll be able to buy raffle tickets, and they're $20 a ticket or three for $50, and all the proceeds are going to go to Donnie and the any of the other charities that Carlos is donating to, and the winner will be drawn at the Tinter Battles 2021. So again, a trip to Hawaii, all expense paid, a day in the bay with Tommy Silva, and a lot more details to come. This is amazing. Angie's going to be sending out, yeah, Hawaii. She's going to be sending out all the links to the platform to buy your tickets. It's actually open now. So she'll be posting them out there, and you can start buying tickets now. I just couldn't hold it anymore. There we go. Yep, there's the link right there. It's myevent.com/dayinthebay. In case you don't click on the link, it's very easy. myevent.com/dayinthebay. The Day in the Bay is Tommy Silva.
You want a day in the bay? You better come and play. You better listen to what the rusty squeegee say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, man, Rick, I've enjoyed our time. I have. I
Me
have.
too.
Yep. So, are there any parting thoughts you want to leave the industry with?
Just continue to uplift each other, and continue to see each other like your own family.
Yes.
Unless you don't like your own family, and then see each other as somebody you do like in your family.
As your, as your extended family, ones that are in the
Yeah.
trenches with you. Yeah. Give
Yeah.
back. Give back to the industry. Grow the industry as a whole. That's really what you're saying. And
Yeah.
that's what you're about.
Everybody, but growing the industry as a whole, starts with each individual. Like I said, a lot of individuals have, stepped up. I mean, really, a lot of, you don't just see a mass of people doing something. That's a result of a lot of time and culture. Culture is starting off a few people doing, the right thing or the good thing. And so what you're seeing is just something that, was started, the first domino was pushed, several years ago. And so you're starting to see the result of, seeds that have been sown that are growing at this point, flourishing. So you're just seeing some of the first fruits of those seeds. There's a lot more great things for this industry ahead of us. I'm super excited for where we're heading.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with where we are compared to where we were, but I'm super excited with where we're heading.
Mm-hmm.
And can't all I can do is just continue to enjoy the journey, and I'm glad to be on the ride. I'm glad to speak with family members like yourself. Um, I'm always learning. Earlier you said, "Hey, I'm," something about me being wise, and I wanted to kind of snicker. No, I might be a wise ass. I listen to the wise people. If you hear
Yes.
something wise come out of my mouth, it most likely came out of another wiser person's mouth before me.
Right. Right. I have no original material. That's right. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's yeah. I just hey, if we learn to respect each other and our strengths, that's all it's about. Just
Yeah.
respect each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. So, one last question for you. BB
Yeah.
Valdez, can you explain that? Where'd you get that name? I mean, is it a nickname? Is it a real name?
I challenge, I had one of these competitors call me asking me what BB stood for. And I said, I ain't going to tell you. I'll let you guess what it stood for. You know what he told me? He said it stood for burly bastard. I said, that ain't right. I'll let y'all guess and tell the competition what it stands for. But Carlos, you figure out what it stands for because it's for you, baby.
There we go. Great, great challenge. Well, we're going to guess it. We'll be finding out. That's right. Hey, listen,
Indeed.
everybody, tune in tonight. Jason's podcast on Tint Dude 3. Okay. Rick, man, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. We've had a good time. And remember, everybody, be all you can be every chance from wherever you're at. There's always something you can do to further yourself, further the career, further your career, further the industry as a whole. Just be plus, right? Rick, thanks a lot. And we'll see everybody next time. Word, word. Thanks,
Is it
Angie.
done? Is it over? Are you there?